Yankees signing Paul Goldschmidt could lead to Nolan Arenado trade. Report. The New York Yankees made a big move this past weekend by signing Paul Goldschmidt to a one-year contract. While this acquisition fills a crucial hole at first base, it could set the stage for another big transaction, one involving none other than Nolan Arenado. That's right, the Yankees might not be done dealing with the St. Louis Cardinals just yet. And a trade for the elite third baseman could be on the horizon. Let's break down the latest rumors and why this move for Goldschmidt might just trigger a Nolan Arenado trade. Goldschmidt joins the Yankees, the first piece falls into place. First off, the Yankees needed a new first baseman after Anthony Rizzo left the team. And they found their guy in Paul Goldschmidt. The 2022 NL MVP was signed to a one-year deal on Saturday, which should provide a veteran presence in the middle of the Yankees lineup. But here's where it gets interesting. Now that Goldschmidt is in pinstripes, the Yankees may be looking to bolster their infield even further. And Nolan Arenado might just be the next piece to fall into place. The Arenado trade talk heats up. Goldschmidt's arrival in the Bronx could open the door for Nolan Arenado to join him in New York. According to reports from MLB.com, Arenado, who's heading into his AGE 34 season, has 3 years and $74 million remaining on his deal with the St. Louis Cardinals. But with the Colorado Rockies still on the hook for $10 million of that, the effective commitment drops to about $60 million over those 3 years. However, there's a major factor that needs to fall into place: Arenado's no-trade clause. As we saw this week when Arenado rejected a proposed trade to the Houston Astros. He's got the power to veto any deal he doesn't like. But here's the kicker: if the Yankees make the right move, Arenado may just waive that clause and approve a trade to New York. How the Yankees missed the Arenado trade early on. Earlier in the offseason, the Yankees had reached out to the Cardinals about Arenado. But talks fell apart after the Cardinals made it clear they weren't interested in taking on Marcus Stroman's contract. Stroman is set to make $18.3 million in 2025. With a vesting option for the same amount in 2026 if he pitches 140 innings next season, making his deal a tough sell for many teams. That move stalling didn't stop the Yankees from continuing their search for infield upgrades. Enter Paul Goldschmidt, who had been on the Yankees' radar for a while. Now that they've locked him up, it's possible they'll circle back to the Arenado situation with renewed interest. Why Arenado could still be a fit for the Yankees. So, why would the Yankees pursue Arenado despite some initial reluctance? Well, circumstances change. The Yankees roster could use a Gold Glove third baseman like Arenado, especially if it means freeing up Jazz Chisholm Jr. to return to his natural position at second base. Arenado's offensive numbers took a slight dip in 2024, where he hit just 16 home runs and posted a .719 OPS, his lowest marks in those categories since his rookie season in 2013. However, he still managed to make the All-Star team in 2023 with a strong showing that included 26 home runs, 93 RBIs, and a solid .266, .315, .459 slashline. If the Yankees were able to secure Arenado, they'd be betting on his ability to bounce back offensively while providing stellar defense at the hot corner. What would the Yankees' infield look like with Arenado? If the Yankees do pull off a trade for Arenado, their infield would be stacked. Here's what it could look like. 1B. Paul Goldschmidt, future Hall of Famer and a perennial MVP contender. 2B. Jazz Chisholm Jr., back at his natural position. SS. Anthony Volpe, the Yankees' exciting young shortstop. 3B. Nolan Arenado, one of the best defensive players in baseball. With these 4 players filling key spots, the Yankees would have a well-rounded, Gold Glove caliber infield that could anchor their defense for years to come. Plus, Arenado's experience and leadership would bring a winning mentality to a clubhouse that's been trying to find its rhythm. What's next for Arenado and the Yankees? Arenado's situation remains fluid, and it's tough to predict whether he'll waive his no-trade clause for the Yankees. However, Goldschmidt's signing has clearly changed the dynamics of New York's roster and could make Arenado a more appealing addition to the Yankees' already impressive lineup. The Yankees have made moves this offseason to bolster their roster. And adding Arenado to the fold could give them a big boost heading into 2025. While his power numbers dipped last season, Arenado is still one of the most respected and talented third basemen in the game. If the Yankees manage to land him, they could become even more dangerous in an already competitive AL East. The MLB offseason continues to deliver. As the offseason rolls on, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this situation develops. The Yankees have already made some major moves. But if they can pull off a deal for Arenado, it will take their roster to the next level. Will Nolan Arenado be the next big addition to the Yankees? Only time will tell. Stay tuned for more updates on MLB free agency. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow baseball fans. You won't want to miss what happens next. What's up, baseball fans? Welcome back to the channel where we dish out all the juiciest sports news. And today, we've got a major trade brewing in the Big Apple. That's right, grab your popcorn, because this offseason is turning out to be more entertaining than a high-speed chase at a ballpark. So, the New York Yankees, the team with more championships than you can count on both hands, are making moves. But this one is big. The Bronx Bombers just signed Paul Goldschmidt, the man who makes defenders fear the ground they walk on, to a one-year, $12.5 million deal. That's right, the 2022 NL MVP himself is now officially part of the Yankees squad. What do you get when you combine the GOAT of first base defense and an offense that's been on fire for years? Well, it's a winning recipe. Folks, let's break this down, because it's gonna be a blast. The king of the diamond is coming to the Bronx. Okay, let's start with the basics. If you're wondering who Paul Goldschmidt is, let me just say, where have you been? This guy has been a baseball beast for years. We're talking about the kind of player you'd want to clone and put in every position on your team. Goldschmidt has spent most of his career with the St. Louis Cardinals, slapping balls out of the park, making plays at first that make you wonder if he's secretly a magician, and generally just looking way too cool to be this good at baseball. Before joining the Cardinals, Goldschmidt was the heartbeat of the Arizona Diamondbacks for 8 seasons. Now, you might think, sure, that's great, but what has he done recently? Oh, nothing much, just snagging his 4th Gold Glove in 2021. Hitting 22 home runs last season, and giving pitchers around the league nightmares. His .245 batting average? Well, that's just the appetizer. The main course is his power and leadership on the field. Goldschmidt's not just a hitter, he's a defensive genius. The man has more Gold Gloves than most people have shoes. And that's saying something. We're talking 4 in total: 2013, 2015, 2017, and 2021. He's like the Tom Brady of first baseman, only with a bat. And let's talk about his MVP season, because that was no accident. 2022? It was Goldschmidt's year. He finished the season with a .317 batting average, 35 homers, and 115 RBIs. Seriously, what more do you need? He was a one-man wrecking crew. So, why the Yankees? Now, why did the Yankees, who already have a loaded roster, make the move to sign Goldschmidt? Good question. Let's dive in. With the Yankees coming off a season that left fans shaking their heads, who isn't still salty about losing Juan Soto